Hello, Prof. Good morning. Happy Easter.
Morning, lovely spring-ish morning.
It is.
The days at the beginning of the week were so promising, and then
I know.
went a bit downhill from there. But nonetheless,
Yes,
resurrection morning.
it is indeed. It
Yes,
is. Happy
yes,
Easter.
yes.
Happy Easter.
Happy. You know what? Actually, Bibi, in addition to resurrection morning, I know you and a lot of people in House on the Rock have been fasting and praying for the last 21 days. So
Exactly.
I think for many
yes.
of them, they will also call it breakfast day. I say breakfast.
Do you know- Well, yes. I mean, it's the resurrection money. We need to make sure that we eat something after already. I think I've lost some weight as well.
But it's after the service, so not now. So please don't go and eat anything yet.
Well,
Just
I
wait.
have drank water. So
water
and I'm
is
sure
alright.
that's allowed. Yes. So after
on.
service, I can't wait to get into the food. But yes, anyway, viewers, thank you very much for joining us this morning. Happy Easter to you. If you have your friends who are not on here right now, please call them, tell them the SonRise is on. And today we have a very, very special edition of the SonRise for you. So it's not just myself and Prof, doing this today. We have a couple of other people joining us, and we will see you in a few seconds.
See you.
Hello, Busola. Hi, Desiree. So good to see you.
Hello.
Happy Easter.
Minister Zuby.
Thank you for joining us. Viewers, please make welcome our lovely guests this morning. So by the way, they're not guests, so they are co-hosts this morning. So we're hosting this show together today. Thank you so much for joining. How are you both doing?
Doing good.
Great.
I hope you managed to get some time during the week to enjoy the warm weather at the beginning of the week.
Yeah.
Because we had a good pocket of sunshine and warmth there, didn't we? The first few days.
Yeah, it was pretty good. Luckily, I had an appointment in town, so I had to go and I caught some sun. Yeah.
That's good.
I was in a
What
meeting
about
and a
you,
few
Busola?
people actually went to the garden to take their video calls. So it's in the garden. Interesting.
That's interesting. Busola, what about you? Did you manage to get some sun?
No, well, just from my window. So my kids did. And we went out for I think Easter, Saturday and all of that. So that was fine.
Oh, nice. That's good. Anyways, welcome, ladies. It is Easter Sunday. I'm sure you probably have some things planned for later on today after service. Unfortunately, I just can ask you both to send me some Easter chicken or turkey. Or
Why don't you send us Easter chicken?
Oh, please. I am on this show. I ask for what I want. So if you come on the show, you come with a gift, So
Fair enough.
so you should bring the gift to us. But anyway, thank you so much, ladies, for
Sister
joining us.
Bibi, I'm partial to some chocolate eggs, so don't forget my Easter egg.
You know what?
You can still send it through. In fact, you get it discounted.
Don't worry. You see, I'll get it discounted and I'll send it through. Definitely.
Yes, I'm looking forward to it.
You know what?
Yes.
So we asked you ladies to come on the show today because we really want to have some conversation around what today is about, right? About Easter and about the season itself. But before we go there, of course, I know lots of people watching know you. They know Busola, they know Desiree, they see you doing stuff in church. That's all well and good. But what about you outside church? What do you do outside church? Busola, what do you do?
Well, I would say from the moment I wake up till maybe about 9, I'm a mother, I'm a wife.
Okay.
And then from about 9 to late, I'm an external auditor. So I just help companies prepare their accounts for filing. And then afterwards, back to being a mom, a wife, and then my other hobbies. Generally.
Multiple caps.
Nice.
Interesting. How about you, Desiree?
For me, I'm an IT architect, and as soon as I say that, people normally say, "What is that?"
And what does that
mean?
You make plans for IT, is that it?
Yeah, basically. And people say, "Oh, we'd like to do X, Y, Z," and I just draw what systems need to connect to each other and what they need to do, and then someone goes away and builds it. Yeah,
that was supposed to be a joke. I didn't know what I said.
Yeah, I basically just draw boxes that connect to boxes that represent systems, and then some rough explanation around what the boxes are.
That's really interesting. That's really interesting. I think as a church, we underplay how blessed we are. I didn't know, Busola, I'll call you an accountant. I didn't know that you're also an external auditor. And to say that Desiree is an IT architect, that's amazing. Well, I don't really understand what you do, but I understand you said you draw lines and systems, but that's fine anyway. Maybe when my computer breaks down, I can bring it to you to help me look at it.
That's the same way
It's all right. All you need to do, just switch it on and off. That will fix it.
Okay.
The on-off trick.
In case you don't know, on this show, I am always looking for the freebies. I am for the freebies. I know Prof is very proper and he pays for everything. But please, if you're offering your services for free, you know who to call. Yeah. So thank you for that.
I know I'll call you Sister Vivi. Don't worry.
Good stuff. But yes, so let's get into it. Today is Easter Sunday. Today is Resurrection Morning. Do you know, guys, that today also is the second Easter we're going to be spending in lockdown? Okay. The anniversary of the first national lockdown was just a couple of weeks ago. Okay. Right. And at that time, part of the conversation was really around, lockdown, how are people going to do Easter? And a lot has happened since then. So my question to you, and maybe I'll come to you first, Busola. Given all that has happened and all that is happening, what would you say is the thing that you're most looking forward to in this Easter? Clearly you've been looking forward to it, but I'm asking you now, what is it that you're looking forward to in this Easter season the most?
Okay, so pre-lockdown, everyone, or me, I look forward to Easter because of the time of getting family together, meal. You start eating from Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But given that because of the lockdown, I've spent a lot of time with my family already. I think this Easter, I'm looking forward to spending time with people outside of my family. So I think we're allowed to see one or two people. And thankfully, so I think for today, we have some plans to see some people. And so that's what I'm really looking forward to.
I'm guessing that's all outdoors.
All outdoors, yes.
Yes, please. Let's be sure it is, yes. Because we still have to stay safe.
Yeah, and then just sharing and just getting the opinions on Easter, what they've been doing, so that's really what I'm looking forward to today.
All right. Desiree?
Yeah, on my side, I'm kind of similar to Sister Busola. I'm looking forward to going to church, meeting more of my friends there, because I know that a few more of my friends will be coming to church, and expect more people as well to come back. And it's always good to see.
Well, you're in luck, Desiree, if I may use that word, because you see them in half an hour?
I know, right? Yeah, less than half an hour.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to see them, and then of course it's the Easter Resurrection Day service. I know it's going to be quite a big one with them. Pastor Remy ministering with Hill City, and then after church I'll be going to see my auntie because she's not too far from church, and I always go and see her. I haven't had a chance over lockdown to see her much. So quite looking forward to that. And of course, I know she'll be giving me some food to take home.
Well, I'm glad you mentioned food.
It's all right.
Good. It always makes its way. So, you guys, all this talk about food, have we not been fasting for the past 21 days? What's all this talk about food? That this time you should not even be thinking about food. Well, if you have been fasting
for 21 days, Prof, of course, the next thing you're thinking about is the food.
food.
So I'm sure everyone can't wait. Everyone can't wait to just dig into the food. And by the way, Prof said to me earlier that, it's after service, not before service. But I have had water. So I don't know whether you ladies have had something before joining the show.
This is a trick question. Question. Just want to hear.
I drink water.
Water is out. There's a reason it's called water and not food, right? It's all right. It's all right.
Yeah.
And of course, it's not a rules-based system, right? We're doing it because we like to do it. And you know what? Actually, maybe building on that exchange we just had there, and I want to go back to what you both said earlier. So you started off by saying pre-lockdown. I mean, that's such a long time ago now. I'm surprised you even mentioned it. Do you realize that pre-lockdown is over a year ago now, right? Yeah. And by the time all of this is said and done, it might be closer to 2 years than it is 1 year. And that's why sometimes when people say the new normal, I'm saying, what do you mean by new? Right? It's no longer new, right? It's over a year. There are some people, there are children, right, who were born in lockdown season. That's all they know.
Yeah, so when you say new normal, their 1 year birthday.
They'll be a year older, even more, and they'll know this is how things work. So, for you, going forward, what do you see any sort of key differences in the way we celebrate in church or as a church, right? Just given the environment and given where we are now, going forward, in terms of the normal now, like the new normal, what do you see as some differences in terms of how going forward, actually, we end up enjoying and celebrating Easter? And let's start with Desiree. Let's start with Desiree.
I can
start.
Bibi,
you can. Okay, fine. Let's go with Bibi first. Bibi,
I can start. I think there'll be a lot of changes. I think, of course, I'm sure we've all missed, seeing people in church, hugging ourselves and like not kissing like that, but like hugging. And
do you think that's ever going to come back?
It's never going to come back. I don't think it will come back. I don't want to say never going to come back, because to be fair, in another 2, 3, 4 years, things might change, right? But I think fundamentally we have been changed as human beings. I don't think that, no matter who it is, I don't think I can see anyone now and the first thing I want to do is to hug them. Nah. Yeah. I think even though it will be allowed, I'll probably still be a bit like, I'd literally have to tell myself, Bibi, it is okay to hug, right? And that's the thing. We have to live through that. I think the issue around, the food sharing kind of a thing that we do in church, that probably will change as well.
Love feast.
The love feast, yes, that will change. We might not be able to do that, or maybe we'll have a different approach to how we do it. And then also, the communion, when we're sharing communion, right? Of course, you normally pick it yourself and you take the drink yourself. But now, I'm not sure whether we're going to be using that anymore. Maybe we're going to go with the
prepackaged. We've been having communion over lockdown, so it's the prepackaged one.
The prepackaged ones, yes. So, I think things will be different. I think things will be different, definitely, in terms of people actually being in the same space for a long period of time. And when I say a long period of time, I'm talking about like 2 hours, 3 hours. We'll have to wait and see, but I can say definitely that things are going to be different and it wouldn't be what we've been used to.
What about parties? Okay, you can call them concerts. So inside church, there are concerts, Holy Ghost concerts. Outside church, there are parties. What do you call them? What about those?
I'll let somebody else talk first before I say my view.
I think parties,
I think we'll still have them though. I think we'll still have them. And so, for example, is that what maybe all this year?
Or for example, you could say, okay. Go on.
So last year, all was totally online. This year, June, summer, maybe it might still be online, but maybe next year, I don't think we'll do it online. But we'll definitely have an online presence. But I think people will be ready to come back in person, and for all at least, so.
Oh, and the experience were online last year.
Yeah.
I agree with you, Sister Busola. I think for our church concerts, we'll still have some in-person presence, but it will be with a smaller group. There'll be a cap, so we can still observe social distancing in the building. So, but then we'll expect that the other people that couldn't get into the building through registration or whatever, they can then watch online. So, and in terms of parties before, Sister Bibi, I think people will still have parties going forward, but I imagine they'll be more intimate and conservative with only people that you are close to and feel more comfortable with. And possibly, as you said, in a few years' time, things will then open up and more people would feel comfortable with being in larger crowds that they may not be familiar with. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's quite interesting you say that. I think going forward, right? I know that we'll probably be having all these concerts in church and all, but again, we can reach more people virtually. A lot more people can connect to what we are doing. Right now, many people would still prefer to watch service online as opposed to coming in physically. I mean, it would take a while for people to kind of warm up to, okay, let's gather again, right? And once party starts, to be fair, some people, I mean, not everyone, some people come to church just for the social bit of it, like they get to meet their friends, their family and everything. But once party starts, right? If I see you on Saturday, I might not want to see you on Sunday again. So I'll be okay to say, all right, I'll just sit at home and just watch service. Except I'm on duty in church and I have to be in church on that day. So I think as much as things will change, there are also opportunities that we can just latch on and make use of. That's my view.
And I think actually that's an important point because of course, as we often hear Pastor Temi say, and I very much agree with this, that this season in the Christian calendar is the most important. Right? People spend a lot of time celebrating Christmas, and even as a child, I did kind of wonder a little bit. But here we've got resurrection, and I think it's very fitting. It will be really fitting for us to think about what this has meant for us, and I don't necessarily mean just in this season, but just thinking back. When was it, if you can remember, that Easter started to mean something to you other than going and eating rice or whatever, meeting friends? Yeah. What is it that you would say now that it actually means most deeply for you, apart from all the other things we mentioned, of course, but most deeply for you? So, anyone's, I'd be happy to hear from anyone on this.
I think personally, it reminds me of just more of giving me that room to reflect on the resurrection power of Christ. That's where, and this period, what I usually love to do is to watch all of this, this series, this dramas or movies that they show about Christ's journey and how he resurrected. I love to watch it because I feel it's a time, I mean, in the Christian calendar, if you like, this is the season that we are actually meant to celebrate more than Christmas, right? And I wish that we had all the festivities that goes around Christmas period, even during Easter. We're fortunate that we're in a country where we still get to have bank holiday for Easter. So imagine if we don't get any bank holiday for Easter, it would have just been like any other celebration. So I use this time to kind of reflect on the resurrection power of Christ, just remind myself of, actually, this was a man who came, died, and, just going through the process that he had to go through to be on the cross. And then after giving up on the cross, being buried, and then rising again on the third day. It puts me in that place where it just makes me a bit more grateful, for what Christ did, and also much more appreciative of my salvation.
Right. I mean, I'll add to that. What I really like watching is The Passion of the Christ, the movie by Mel Gibson, and I think I was going to ask about that. Yeah, I think for me is so maybe all through the year, we read the Bible, but watching that movie, Christ becomes alive. So he just seems just like us. and you can see the different emotions, you know, on his face. And I think that's what makes me even more appreciative of, you know, of what he did, what he continues to do, you know, in all our lives, you know. So I still cry. I actually still cry. You know, every time I watch that. Yeah, I still get emotional every time I watch that. I think it's good, you know, and it, like I said, it just makes it seem, you know, Christ. I mean, so yes, he was a God, but he was also human, you know, and I know he felt everything that he went through. You know, he felt everything. It's very powerful and moving, and then it's just like, you know, I have a stronger sense. You know what? There's nothing I can't do. I will keep going forward, you know. So it's special in that way. Yeah. Yeah.
I totally agree with both you ladies. For me, every time Good Friday comes, it just makes me realize the journey that Jesus went through. He knew what he was letting himself in for. He knew that he was going to die. All the suffering that he went through, but just down to his obedience and his love for us. You know, he agreed to give up his life for us. Yeah, and for me, that's just truly awesome. You know.
Yeah.
Bro, I mean, I hope you're going to say to us.
I am.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yes, thank you.
Yeah. I was actually going to
Zuby.
talk about the Passion of the Christ, the movie. It's a very difficult movie to watch.
Yeah.
But that's exactly the point, right? That's exactly the point, because the resurrection and what went before it. I mean, we talk about the resurrection, but think of the passion and the pain and the sacrifice. It's difficult to watch. It's difficult to look on him, right? There was no beauty that's found in him that we should look on him. That's what the prophet Isaiah said. And you can imagine the pain, and you know, it brings it home that, you know, all of this is. If you think maybe some of the things you would watch where you have a tiny nail and everything looks so nice and cozy, you watch that movie, it's very jarring, okay? And it kind of brings you through, it's almost a birthing process where you come out and something changes inside you, or again, changes again. And for me, what summarizes the feeling that this season brings is a song I heard someday many years ago when I went to church. And I haven't forgotten that song. And it was, the same power that conquered the grave lives in me.
Please, can you sing it?
No. You know, but that's it. That same power. When you watch all of that, oh grave, oh death, where is your sting? Oh grave, where is your victory? The sting of death is sin. The power of the grave is the law. But thanks be to God who gives us the victory through our Lord Jesus Christ. And that's the powerful thing about it. It starts with pain. It starts with love. It starts with this terrible, terrible experience. And then it ends with such an amazing feeling, and that we can be part of that feeling. I think that really sums up why we are here and why we witness to everybody else, and we say, because of what happened on Good Friday, we can all be part of what's happening today, what we're remembering that happened today on the Resurrection Day. And I think on that note, on that very poignant note, we've come to the end of our time here. But you know what, guys? I'm sure we're going to be able to continue this when we join the service in a few minutes. But happy Easter again, everybody. Happy Resurrection.
Ladies, thank you.
Resurrection power at work in us.
Yes. Thank you so much.
Indeed.
Thank you for joining us. See you guys soon.
Thanks for having us.
Bye.
You're welcome. Bye. Hi, Babs. Good morning.
Hello,
Happy
Babs.
Easter.
Good morning, Vicky. Hi, good morning, Mr. Zuby. How you doing?
Great.
Very well.
Good
Thank
to see you, isn't it? It's been a while.
Yes, it's been a while. It's so good to see you.
Thank you very much. I feel privileged to be invited on the show, you know.
Oh,
welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you for coming.
I feel like I'm among celebs right now, you know. So.
You are, actually.
You are a celeb, yes.
You know, and I think on that topic of being a celeb, I'm sure that while there's a group of people that know you very well, there are some that may not. So is there just one thing you can tell us about yourself that the people watching may not know about you?
Oh, wow. Oh, where do I something, okay, this is, maybe a lot of people don't know this, but I was actually in the army in my 20s.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah.
Were you ever deployed?
Do you know the funny thing? I left the army just before we, before they deployed people to Iraq.
I don't know whether that's a positive or not, but okay.
Well, I didn't. I ended up not going to Iraq, so that must have been a good thing.
Okay.
Yeah, I was
in
the territorial army. I was in.
Oh,
nice.
There you go. We learned.
Do you know, it's quite interesting, right? When you know people, but you don't necessarily think about some things about them until you hear that they used to be this. Like all of a sudden, as you said that, I imagined you in like army uniform, and I see you at the desk, welcoming people as an army guy, kind of a thing. Wow, that's quite interesting. Interesting. Anyway, that is so good to know about you. Thank you so much again for joining us.
Thank you.
So it is our Spotlight Minute, and of course, as we always say, the record you're to break this morning is what? 7 questions answered under 30 seconds. So let's see if you let's see if you would get over 7 questions. And as always, Prof will read out the questions to you, and I'll tell you when the time starts and when it ends as well. Of course, it will be on the screen, and if you can't see it, don't worry about it at all. And also, as I always say, if you're not sure of any question, just say pass, so you can get on to another question. Okay? So Prof, are you ready?
Yes, ready to go.
Babs, are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
All right, so your time starts now.
What's your favorite dessert?
Ice cream, vanilla ice cream.
What's a random food you hate?
Marmite.
What famous person would you like to be friends with?
Denzel Washington.
What's your favorite sports team?
Arsenal.
Which female celebrity is your ultimate dream girl?
Halle Berry.
Which fictional character would you like to marry?
It would have to be a fish called Wanda. Someone from there.
What one place are you dying to
Time up.
I know, you were giving paragraphs, it's okay.
You are too proper. Like, you were just giving a long sentence.
Yes, very nice.
Well done. That is absolutely great.
You know what? A few weeks ago, 6 would have been the top of the leaderboard.
I know, right? Yes.
So,
I know.
What can I say?
That was
well done,
6.
you.
Thank you. And I think Ali Berry seems to be very popular with the guys.
I know, that name keeps coming up.
You guys, man.
Oh, good stuff.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Thanks so much.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks, brother.
And happy Easter again.
Happy Easter to you too. Bless you both.
See you. Oh, wow, Prof. I think Babs, honestly, he could have easily got like about 8 questions,
I think so.
But he seemed to be a very proper guy who likes to give details, just want to get
very clear answer.
Anyway, Babs, thank you very much. That was so good. So, Gozi and Mayowa, keep enjoying your crown. It still stays with you for the time being. For our viewers, thank you so much for staying with us today. It has been fantastic. To Busola and Desiree, thank you for joining us today as well. Hope you all have a lovely, lovely Easter Sunday and Easter Monday as well. So, Prof, it is that time of service, and as always, please take us into service.
Well, nothing more to add. It's been a great time together, and we're coming to the climax of our fasting season. Nothing better to end it with than with the resurrection celebration of the Lord Jesus Christ. And we're going to be doing that very much so in the next few minutes, not just with Pastor Tony, but also with Hill City and also with Pastor Remy Dumesi. Well, see you. Don't go anywhere. Let's have a great time together. God bless you and enjoy Resurrection Sunday. Happy Easter.
Thanks, so bye.